Hey everyone, Wags here from Eagle Dynamics, and in this DCS F-16C Viper video, we'll be taking a look at the basic operation of the air-to-air radar. This includes the range while search mode, the situational awareness mode, and single track target mode. We'll also be taking a look at the AIM-120 AMRAAM air-to-air missile. Let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at the air-to-air radar and the AMRAAM AIM-120 air-to-air missile. First, I'm going to place the aircraft into pitch hold so to maintain its current altitude, and I'll place the master mode into air-to-air. And when I did that, here on the SMS page, we see that we have 6 AIM-120B active guided radar missiles. Going to the left side, we see we have the FCR page up, or Fire Control Radar, and a SOI indicated by the white box around the perimeter. At the very top, we have CRM, or Combined Radar Modes, which allows us to select from different search modes to the radar. But we can press USB. We can actually also select different Air Combat Maneuvering Modes, or ACM. We'll keep it at CRM for now. Now, one of the search modes is called RWS, or Range While Search, and that's in a format of top to bottom being in range, and side to side being in azimuth. Next to that, we have our Expand Mode option, and then an Override, which basically puts in standby, and then control functions. Now, coming to the very left side, we have the ability to adjust the display range of the SCR. Right now it's at 40 miles, but we can OSB up to 160 or OSB down all the way to 5. We'll go to 80 for now. Below that, we have our azimuth setting, or the left and right sweep of the radar. Right now it's an azimuth of 60 degrees. We can change that to a 30 degree or even a 10 degree. We'll keep it at 60 for now. So at 60, it's basically going 30 to the right and then 30 to the left. And we also see the T mark here indicating the azimuth sweep of that radar within a scale. And finally, below that, we have our bar setting of 4 bars, 1 bar, and 2 bar. And for each bar, it allows you more elevation within a raster scan pattern. Obviously, the more rasters you have, it's going to be a slower update, but the more volume you're going to be searching. Now, one thing you do is using the TDC, the 2 bars here, by moving to the very top, you can increase the display range, or move it to the very bottom, you can decrease it. Also, you can move it to the side to adjust the azimuth between 60 and 30. Now, speaking of the cursor, above and below the right side, we have 2 numbers. The top number is the top elevation being searched in the cone of the radar, and the bottom number is the lower elevation within the cone of the radar. Because it's a cone, the numbers are going to be closer together the closer the cursor is to you, and wider as the code expands out. We also have a wedding cake, which indicates the steer point, and we have a blue horizon line. Now, in order to designate a target, all we're going to do is we're going to place the cursor over one of the contacts, one of these squares, and we'll go up on the TMS switch, or TMS switch, on the control stick. And we did that. We've entered a Situational Awareness Mode, or SAM mode. We have some additional data now. We have its aspect angle, its magnetic heading, its speed, and its closure rate now. And also we have its altitude and a stem indicating its travel direction. So we're getting a lot more information about this contact now, but it's also searching the immediate area around it, indicated by these 2 blue lines. You can see there's another contact within that general area. Now, if we go TMS forward one more time, we've entered Single Track Target Mode, or STT, where the radar is solely focusing on that one target, and we're getting a lot more updates on it. So let's come back up to the HUD now, and we can see a target designation box of the line of sight to that target we have locked up in STT. The larger circle here is your allowable steering error circle, and the smaller one to the left is our steering cue. And in order to get a good valid shot, we want to make sure the steering cue is inside the ASC if possible. On the right side, we have our DLZ, or Dynamic Launch Zone, and we have our display range here at the top, which is 80, and our current closure, 970, which is also the range of the target. The top of the staple here is our RMAX 1 range. Below that is our no escape range. The little circle here is the range at which the missile will go active, and at the very bottom it's our minimum engagement range. And below all that, we have either an A, which is the time for the missile to go active, or a T for the time to intercept. Then also around the perimeter of the ASC, we have a small caret that indicates the aspect direction of that target flying. So right now we can see it's flying almost right towards us, a little bit of right to left. And based on the DLZ, you can see it just passed our max range. And we can also see now that the ASC is starting to expand because it's getting a bit closer, and we have a pretty high aspect engagement here. Also in the HUD, we see that we have 6 medium-range missiles ready to go. And Fox 3. And the diamond with the stems is an indicative of an AIM-120, whereas an AIM-9 will have a different symbol. We'll see it in a later video. Splash. So that's a little look at the air-to-air radar and the AIM-120. I very much hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.